Time for racing to get underway here at Llandow with the IAME Cadet class first. Johnny Edgar, the O-plate, alongside Dexter Patterson on the front row of the grid, with Hannafin and Henderson on row 2. Ravenscroft and Thompson are there on row 3. Keep an eye on some of the rookies in this race. There's going to be some very entertaining drivers coming up through the field, particularly towards the back, and it's a very strong field of competitors. Away we go. Patterson getting a good lunge towards the first corner, but is it going to be the O-plate of Edgar who leads? No, it's not. Patterson takes the early advantage with Lorcan Hannafin moving up into second place.
We've got somebody spinning out in the hook, Jake, in the background there. We'll get a closer look. We're on board with the helicam, but there's been some contact in the hook first time round.
Yep, and that's the 15 that's gone. That's Taylor Barnard. Let's have another look at it. This is one of those incidents where there are just too many karts into too small a space. Watch, that's Brandon Martland going over the top of Reggie Dewey, and Barnard spins as a result. Dimitrov goes into Barnard, and he's collected by Alex Simmons. Nowhere for poor Alex to go. He just gets tangled up, and to add insult to injury, Taylor puts his foot down on the grass, and bang, swaps ends again. So proper Phil Taylor, 180.
Yeah, exactly. We're back with the leaders though. Round on this first lap is John Edgar that has it from Patterson. Then the 11 kart is Lorcan Hannafin. Hannafin's on fire this season. Then comes the 37 of Piers Henderson playing at the sharp end this weekend, and he's followed by the 71 of Harry Thompson.
Well, Joseph Taylor's in that mix as well, and it's going to be great to see those 6 battling for position. 7th place, that's one of the AIM karts. Clayton Ravenscroft, I think, in 7th place, doing a great job trying to get on terms with the top 6 as we look at this battle once again. Patterson having a look for the leader on board with Hannafin, having a look on the inside of Edgar, and he's through, and Hannafin's trying to do the same, but Johnny Edgar shuts the door just in time. The O-plate, second in the championship at the moment in the IAME Cadet series, and he manages to shut the door just as they get into the chicane and back onto the hanger straight towards Raymond's they will go, and it's going to be a big lunge from Edgar onto the inside line of the right-hander. They both drift wide, and Hannafin's going to get the lead here. Brilliant.
Great move, and Hannafin goes through. Looks like Henderson's going with him for second, has he?
Yes, and Patterson's gone through to third. So Johnny Edgar goes down from first to fourth in a heartbeat as they make their way towards Surtees. Looks like Henderson trying for the lead, looking to see if he can get past Lorcan Hannafin. Oh, they're side by side.
I think Hannafin's just held on, hasn't he?
Yep, just about. That was very close indeed, but he has managed to maintain the lead. Henderson's second place. Third is Patterson. Here he goes on the inside line. He's going to try to Chandler's. He's through, and so too is Edgar. Oh, Henderson's left out to dry. He's going to go 5th, 6th position. He's lost 5 places in one corner.
Great action from the helicam. It really does give you a great overall view of the action as they came through Chandler's and down the straight. It was all kicking off, and unfortunately for the 37 kart Piers Henderson, he's dropped a load of places, Jake.
Well, he's trying to get back into it, but here comes Ravenscroft now. Up over the curb goes the 37 of Piers Henderson, and it looks as though he's going to lose another place. So down to 7th place, Piers Henderson is likely to go as Ravenscroft has joined this fight. It is a 7 kart train. Look at this. Lorcan Hannafin in the 11 leading the way, but he's got 6 fiery racers right on his tail trying to get the win. As up the inside goes Edgar to move into 2nd place. The O-plate is through. 3rd position now Patterson. 4th position, that's the 27. Still fighting in there. Joseph Taylor, he has quietly got himself into position here in 4th place, and he is right at the thick end of this action. As up to 5th position, that looks like the AIM kart of Ravenscroft. He's moved up into 5th now.
Yeah, Joseph Taylor, another driver who is seen playing at the sharp end. Great to see all these drivers progressing, getting better as the season goes on. Joseph Taylor, another one of those drivers. We know about Dexter Patterson, we know about Johnny Edgar, but it's the Joseph Taylors of this world we want to see improving, progressing, and that's what we're seeing right here. Great action at the front of the field, and Clayton Ravenscroft, another one of those drivers, Jake.
Yep, Harry Thompson right on his tail. Joseph Taylor, P7 he started, currently P4, now hassling Dexter Patterson. Up the inside, that's going to be a great move. Yes, he's planted that perfectly, and that's left Patterson hanging. Ravenscroft's on the inside. He takes the place, and he takes the 27 of Taylor.
Outside. Oh, and he's lost 4 places.
Oh, and
made 1, lost 4.
And now here comes Thompson on the inside of Ravenscroft. There's a little bit of contact between the two, and Thompson has to back out of it.
Now let's have another look at that. I'm not sure what's going on here, but he's driving. That's Clayton Ravenscroft. He's just driving across the track and nearly wipes out the driver on the outside.
Well, that's not cricket, and that's Joe Sheppy out of the race, unfortunately. So his race has come to an end, and that's Edgar now in the lead. He's caught up with Hannafin and got through into the lead. So we're on board with Lorcan Hannafin, the 11. Johnny Edgar won both heats and the first final, don't forget. It's very difficult to win all 4 races in a weekend, but that's exactly what Edgar intends to do. Now Ravenscroft on the back of Patterson, then it's Taylor, then Thompson, and the 12 of Marlowe has come up into the fight. Marlowe's going for the inside, so too is Taylor. Taylor's made a place, Marlowe's made up 2. Thompson's making the move on the 75 of Ravenscroft. He's got through, and here comes Marlowe on the inside of Taylor, tries to have a look. Owen Marlowe, the 12, has got himself into this fight now. Brilliant stuff from the youngster.
All action. Clayton Ravenscroft is the leading rookie in 4th place currently. We're back on board with Lorcan Hannafin. These 2 are now clear of the rest. It's between these pair, just pushing Edgar along. You see how he backs off as he comes to the corner. He'll push him along on his bumper, come to the corner, he'll just back off the throttle slightly just so he doesn't push him off. He doesn't want to get a black flag for nerfing off the championship leader, as Edgar will be if things stay this way, and the race leader, he's got to back off the bumper just to make sure he doesn't push him off the track.
Well, a few laps ago it was the 7 first men in the race charging away from the rest, and look at the battle
for third.
Third place. There's about 15 karts in this battle for third place, and Marlowe has hit 3rd place. He started P11, he's now up into the top 3 as Henderson gets the signal. Oh, Marlowe! Marlowe's run wide and lost 3-4 places, I think. So Marlowe is back down into about 7th position as Henderson, we saw, signalling to Josh Rattican behind him. Come on, let's move up through the field. Let's work together here. And Hannafin gets a little bit too close to Johnny Edgar that time through the hairpin as he pushes on. But yes, Henderson, Rattican and Bray Keneally in the outskirts of the top 10 now. They're starting to make a play into the top 6. Great stuff all the way through this battle as Edgar continues to stretch away from Hannafin. And look, they've just disappeared
out front. You see 3rd and 4th place now are on their own as well. So first 2 well clear, 3rd and 4th well clear. Ravenscroft going for 5th place.
No.
All gone wrong.
Yep, collision.
Cuts all over the place.
Ravenscroft and Marlowe get together. That's Koika. That's Koika who's gone. And into the barrier goes Max Dodds. Bray Keneally struggling to get away from it. That's just one of those impossible situations. There are cuts all over the place. You've got to try and pick a way through. Let's look at it again. Ravenscroft on the inside of Marlowe. They tangle. Koika gets caught out, he goes over the grass. Joseph Taylor very lucky to avoid it. Up the inside, that's the 21 making moves. That's Josh Rattican. Koika is spun around in the middle of the pack.
Look at that. Oh,
and watch, Dodds gets caught out. Dodds gets caught out there with the 16 of Leonardo Paniotu alongside. Bray Keneally's gone off, trying to get out of the scrap as well. Absolute carnage.
Absolutely everything going on there. Brandon Martland started P12, he's currently 6th. Dexter Patterson, championship leader after round 1. He's on the 7 kart. There he is, currently in 3rd place, and he's comfortably clear with Harry Thompson, the 71, in 4th. And Thompson, the only driver this season doing both IAME and Honda Cadet. They're the leaders. Comfortable lead they have over the battle for 3rd and 4th place. And that's the lead they have over the battle for 5th. So it's all spread out now after that incident going through McWhirters.
Yep, that's all it takes really, isn't it? Here's Hannafin once again on the back of Edgar as they go into Raymond's. Into the right-hander. Edgar drifting a tiny bit wide, but he's got good grip off the corner to still keep in front of the 11. 3rd position, Patterson still in front of Thompson. Now let's pick apart what's going on behind them after all that melee. Martland is now in 5th place in front of Clayton Ravenscroft. Joe Taylor is there in 7th place. And Josh Rattican is in 8th position. Let's look back to them. Here we go. That's 3rd and 4th, and here's the battle for 5th position. Martland in front of teammate Ravenscroft, and Joseph Taylor, despite all of that, is still very much in the battle for the top 6, and he's up the inside. He takes Ravenscroft up to 6th position. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Rattican there in 8th place. Again, another name that we've not seen very much before. They're the 2 leaders. Great shot again from the helicam.
Side by side. Oh, there's contact as Ravenscroft tries to slice through past Taylor and takes 6th position back again. He makes the move, but that was a very close thing. They almost ended up in the barrier, the pair of them. Let's have another look at it as they come out of the corner. They're side by side. Taylor's on the curb. Ravenscroft's making the move to overtake. He cuts across to take his racing line, and Taylor's still there.
Yeah, he tries to come back onto the tarmac, but of course you can't do that if the kart's in the way. Probably lucky it never spun Ravenscroft round there, because that would have been a black flag, no doubt, if he had it been spotted by the officials.
Still a massive advantage between the battle for 1st and the battle for 3rd. And Thompson, look, he's just biding his time here. I think he knows that a victory is not going to happen, but he can get 3rd position if he's careful. You don't want to be in 3rd position at this point. You want to be right on the tail of him until the last couple of laps. Then you make your move. It's very much like stock car racing on the long ovals in NASCAR. You don't want to be the leader going into the last couple of laps. You want to be the guy in 2nd place to get the draft and the slipstream. Here's Edgar and Hannafin once again.
Through Raymond's one more time. Edgar won both heats and the final one earlier in the day so far. And of course, he's out front here. If he takes this, he'll scoop all the points this weekend and he will be the new championship leader, take over from Dexter Patterson going to the next round.
So impressed with Lorcan Hannafin this weekend. He has come on leaps and bounds in the last 12 months. He's one of those drivers who you really want to do well because he's not in one of the senior team folds, one of these fusions, these AIMs, these big name teams, but he is working very hard indeed with the OWR package and they are right at the front. Brilliant to see him, and he's really challenging Johnny Edgar. He is very much his equal in this televised final, and that's Marlowe going wide again, losing a couple of places, and now Johnny Edgar, look, he's feeling the pressure here. He's having to defend from Lorcan Hannafin. It's game on.
Last lap as they go across the line this time. You see the starter holding the last lap board out. That's the battle for the third and fourth coming through the picture, but here's a battle for the win. Owen Marlowe's put in the fastest lap at 51 dead, but he's further back. It's this battle at the front of the field that will determine the winner. Joshua Ratican is the leading rookie. He's currently in the top 10. We saw him in 8th place earlier on. Great performance by him. The leading privateer, not in a race team. Daniel Butterworth, he's made up a lot of places as well. 12 places from 26. And the man on fire, Joseph Beecroft, has made up 15 places so far.
Hannafin has spent the entire first half of this lap looking for an opportunity on Johnny Edgar, and he's got him lined up down the straight. Here we go. Edgar goes to the right. Hannafin's still on the left. Just one corner in it. Raymond's, and they're now side by side. Hannafin's going to try and get the undercut. Here he goes. He's on the inside line. They're going to be a drag race to the line. There's nothing in it. They bang wheels over the line. That was so close, but I think Edgar just got there. And there's contact for third as Thompson just manages to beat Patterson across the finish line. Amazing scrap all the way down through the top 10, and there's still carts bashing each other's daylights out sideways across the line. Edgar takes the win from Hannafin by 0.06. Thompson beats Patterson to the final step of the podium, from Martland in 5th, Taylor 6th, from Ratican, Henderson, Keneally and Marlowe. What an amazing battle in IAME Cadet. After the race, circuit commentator Henry Baudet caught up with our race winner Johnny Edgar.
You had a really good battle on the last lap. Let's talk a little bit about the race, working with Lorcan and then holding him off right at the end.
Well, the first few laps I didn't get a great start, dropped back, but then I managed to get back through to the front, and then me and Lorcan managed to get a gap when everyone else started battling, and then on the last lap I just managed to defend, and I'd just like to thank Fusion Motorsport, Craig Boyd, Gary Byte and everyone else that's helped me.
Fantastic job by Johnny Edgar. After the break, battle resumes once more in the Junior TKM Championship. Back in a mo.